Okay. Good morning, Sade. My name is Miss Gonzalez. I am one of the new guidance counselors here at Grossmont High School. Okay, so I'm just calling you in. We're doing the routine counselor checkup, check-in, beginning of your senior year, going over a little bit about your transcripts, what classes you're taking here, and then basically open up to talk about whatever you want. I just want to introduce myself and get a little bit more of a feel for you as one of my students I'll be working with throughout this year until your graduation. And I want you to get a little bit of sense of me. Know that my door is always open. If you ever have an issue you want to come talk about, I want you to feel free to come in and do that. Any questions about your schedule, personal, academic, whatever it is, feel free to drop on by. Starting this, I just want to go over briefly about my what I'm held to by law, over confidentiality. I do want you to know this is a safe space. Anything you say will stay between us. Not going to disclose it to anybody. And there's only certain times when I'm mandated by law to have to report that. So that would be in the case that you disclose you're being hurt, somebody's hurting you, you want to hurt, you're planning or you intend to hurt somebody else, yourself, any type of physical, emotional abuse, basically anything that puts you or somebody else in danger. If that were to happen, I would have to report that. Of course, I wouldn't just report it and not tell you anything and it be unexpected. I would let you know ahead of time, this is something I have to report, and, make sure you know and you're aware. And then I explain the process a little bit more of where you would go from there. Okay. So just like I said, this is a safe zone. Okay. So tell me a little bit about you. There's only so much you can pull from a student's transcript.
Right.
So, outstanding student, looks really strong on your course for graduation. You are all up to date on the credits you need for graduation. So who is Sade?
So thank you for noticing my grades. No, I work really hard. I've really tried to focus on my academics as best as I can. I've also been really involved. I'm in the animal care club. I'm in the earth club, and I'm part of a few other school organizations and that do like community service and volunteering. And I was actually part of a community service project that worked in a hospital for the children who were in there.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So actually that piqued my interest. So I'm kind of interested post high school to go into the medical field, possibly nursing. That's where I am right now.
Wow, okay. So you're really involved. I noticed that you said you were part of the Animal Care Club, the Earth Club. You have done some volunteer work at a hospital, which is awesome, especially since you do feel like you'd be interested in going into the medical field, specifically nursing. That's awesome. Do you have any animals yourself, or?
I do. I have a cat and a dog.
A cat and a dog.
And they get along really well with each other.
Wow, that's awesome. Were they raised together, or?
No, we had the cat first.
And then you integrated the dog. Awesome.
He warmed up to her. So.
Oh, awesome. Now, I actually have 2 dogs myself, so I am a dog lover.
Oh, okay.
Not so much a cat lover, but I'm allergic to them.
Oh,
so,
no.
Yeah, so that's why. But
yeah.
I love animals. Awesome. Okay, so you said medical field. Nursing specifically. Is there a specific reason you chose nursing, or?
So when I was doing the community service, I did it in my sophomore and junior year, and I'm hoping to do it again this year if I can fit it into my busy senior schedule. So we worked in the division that worked with children who were in there for, they were sick, different reasons, different medical reasons that they had. And so we worked really closely with certain nurses. There's nurse Kathy and nurse Amy. They're really helpful in like teaching us the basics of what they do. And also I really love their relationship with the children and like just their patients and how they don't only like help them with medical, getting them what they need, like in terms of checking their vitals or giving them, their medicines and stuff, but also like the human aspect of it and being able to like create connections with the patients. So that's why I started to get interested.
Wow, so it seems just from what you're saying that these Nurse Kathy and Amy, they both played a huge role in influencing you on patient care and really sparked your interest and can serve as really good mentors for you if you do decide to volunteer again, if your schedule allows, or people you can really refer back to if you do choose to go onto the nursing pathway. Where you keep mentioning that it was a children's hospital you're working, or you were working with children while volunteering at the hospital, which is awesome. Do you plan on kind of sticking and doing pediatric nursing, or would you want to do more just general nursing, or with elders? Have you thought about that?
Just because my only experience has been with children, I'm leaning more towards pediatrics, but I'm open to, just learning. I think my main focus is just to get like the general skills, or get into a nursing program, and once I have that, then see what, or what opportunities open up from there.
Awesome. Okay. So going into nursing on the academic side of it, you will have to pursue higher education, which is great. Your grades, like I said, they are stellar grades. Nursing is very heavily based on math and science. You will have, you'll take your bio courses, your physiology, anatomy. There are medication math, etc. Again, you do great in these areas. I do notice a little bit of discrepancy when it comes here to some of your math grades. They're not horrible, but they are a little bit lower than all of your other grades. So that is one area where I would want to kind of monitor. Like I said, you're passing your classes. It looks like as of now, from just the progress report, you do have a C right now. However, like I said, it's still a passing grade. And we can do different types of intervention to try to bring that up, especially if you're applying to different schools. Have you looked into the nursing programs or looked into different colleges that you would be interested in applying to? Because, your applications, they start opening up in November coming up. And so I want to make sure that when you apply, we are on track and we are meeting, the different qualifications that you need and prereqs that you need for these schools to make sure we give you the strongest application possible. Just to give you as many opportunities as you can, whether you want to stay local, you want to go away, you want to go upstate, or if you want to go out of state. Really want to make sure you're prepared for that, and you do have these chances at these opportunities. Okay.
I do have a school. So my dream nursing program is Point Loma, Nazarene. Because I do want to stay in San Diego, and I know they have a really good nursing program. Actually, the hospital that I was volunteering at, they had an intern who was in that program getting her BA in nursing, and she was going to go on to get her master's too. To get I forgot what it's called. It's
a practitioner.
Nurse practitioner.
Nice.
So that's definitely. I don't know, she inspired me and kind of motivated me to look into that program. So that's my top school right now.
Awesome. So it looks like you do have some motivation coming from these mentors that you made and the relationships you established at the hospital. Is there any other school? I know you said Point Loma is your top choice. Any other backup schools, just in case you really look into their program and you decide, maybe it's not the curriculum I want. Have you thought about any other schools that?
My mom actually mentioned to me, because money is like an issue, because I know it's like a private Christian university, and so it's going to be more expensive. So she has, mentioned to me and given me some like materials on like City College, and some other community college schools and their nursing programs, which I'm not against as a second option if I'm not able to get the financial aid that I need.
Awesome. So, yes, higher education's expensive.
Right.
And we all get this here at the high school. We look at, some of the programs these students are going into, and we see rates increasing at the college level.
It's so expensive.
It is. It's very expensive, especially here in California. But, there are ways around it. There's grants, there's scholarships, there's financial aid. So I don't want to discourage you from applying to other schools for financial reasons. Because, like I said, there are different avenues we can look into and take to help fund, your education as you move forward. So keep in mind, I have it documented, Point Loma is a school of choice. So that's one that we can really look into to start helping you prepare for your applications.
Okay.
Your mom is also right that maybe a community college would be a good start, because in your first 2 years it's not that you're getting into a nursing program, but you're focusing more on your general education, your maths, your sciences, and those, it'll be the same throughout.
Right, that's true.
Each school and university. So community college is a great backup plan in case you don't get into Point Loma, or in case you feel that the financial burden is way too much for you to take on, or for your parents to take on. You always have other options. So right now, let's not worry about the financial portion, okay? We want to focus on what you need to get into, the different schools. And I really encourage you to, at some point before our next meeting, to look into other nursing programs as well. Just really look into their curriculums, look into the different types of nursing, especially because you said that you focus mostly on pediatrics. We want to make sure that you don't start this program and then you're like, what, I'm almost done. Maybe pediatrics isn't what I wanted to specialize in.
Right.
We want to give you that clinical experience all the way around. So, I can assist you in looking into those opportunities. Maybe if you do have time to volunteer more, we can hook you up with some type of job shadowing at different doctor's offices, different hospitals, different levels of the hospital, just so you have, it kind of opens up your eyes a little bit more. I know once you enter the nursing program, you do spend a certain amount of time in different areas of specialty, but even before you get there, let's make sure that nursing is something that you are sure you want to go into.
Right.
Talk to some of the nurses, really get a background and a feel for their everyday job, not just, they make a good living and they get to play with babies. Like, there's still other things that you want to look into, like their environments. What environment are they going to be on? We have flight nurses who are on planes who can specialize in pediatrics. We have nurses who can get a special license to give anesthesia while operating on babies or regular patients. And you can do different things with nursing. You can be an at-home nurse, taking care of others in their home. You can work with elder people, or look at what their shifts are. They don't work normal 8 to 5 jobs. They work 12-hour shifts. Sometimes they work over the 12 hours, and
or
they'll
overnight
work
and stuff like that.
It's overnight. Sometimes it's during the day. Sometimes they do a double, and so it's both. So then we look at family life, and do you want to, this is way down the road for you,
Right.
but, when you do get to that point, is this something that is this a lifestyle you're going to want? And if it is, that's great, because there's so many nurses out there who are successful, who do have families, and they get around it, but it's always different for every individual. So that's why we want to give you as much experience as you want before you go and pay all this money for these different degrees.
Right.
We want to make sure that it's something that you love doing and you really enjoy. Okay, so for our next session, what I really want you to do, like I said, go ahead and look into the different pathways of nursing. Look into other schools that you might be interested in. And once you come in and meet with me again, we'll have your first quarter grades, not just a progress report, but it'll be your first quarter grades.
Okay.
And then we'll be getting ready to help you put your application together for these colleges that you're going to be applying to. So really look into that, and like I said, we'll have your quarterly grades, so we'll be able to go deep in and see if there's any areas of struggle you might be struggling with still. If you feel like you want to get tutoring or any other resource, then we can go ahead and link you up with that. Maybe an after-school tutoring, maybe a one-on-one tutoring with your math teacher.
Okay. And I did speak with her, and she's willing to give me opportunities for extra credit, and she actually set me up with another one of my classmates to help me on our next assignment. So like the peer, tutoring kind of thing. So I am moving forward.
Awesome. All right. So we are almost out of time for today. But I did want to just, go over again. My door is always open. If you want to just stop by or you have a question, please feel free to just pop in. I'm usually here, 7:30 until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
So depending on what time works, just pop in during lunch. But that'll be like we went over today. One of your goals for the next time we meet is just looking into the different programs and the different schools, so that when application time comes around shortly, we kind of know how to prepare you to get those applications together and move forward with that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Sounds
do you have
good.
any other questions?
No. Next time I have a meeting with you, do you have to sign in the front?
Yes. We do have to have you check in. Yeah. We have to have you check in. If it's only a quick question, you don't have to sign in. But I will make sure that you can go ahead and set your appointment. Or if you don't want to set an appointment right now, then I can go ahead and send a reminder for myself and to you to go ahead and set up another appointment that works for you. And at that point, I'll be able to remind you, look into this, look into that, bring this in.
Can you send me a reminder? That'd be really helpful, actually, because I have a lot of stuff coming up this next month. Oh, it's so busy. Really crazy, but okay, cool.
All right. Is there any other questions?
I think that's it.
All right.
For now.
Thank you, Sharday. We'll see you.
Okay.